state of body, wellness is a state of being. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Dr. Parikshit Singh, Dr. Maria Scunziano, Sanjoy Roy, and all my colleagues at the Awaken Florida, I welcome you to the opening reception of the festival. Awaken Florida believes in the power of wellness and yoga that empowers and creates bonds within communities. This is a free festival, inclusive and accessible to all, where an individual can seek holistic healing and inner peace by focusing on key components that will compel you to listen, move, connect, discover, and taste. This festival aims to infuse you with positive energy through music, conversations, food, workshops, and much more. Without further ado, may I now invite Sanjoy Roy, Managing Director, Teamwork Arts, to come up and say a few words.
Thank you all so much. Thank you, Suraj. Around 5 years ago, Dr. Singh arrived, swept into our office with his energy. And as most of you know, when Dr. Singh decides to do something, it gets done. And he sort of dragged us kicking and screaming all the way out to Florida, to Spring Hill, which I know is called Sing Hill, to see this beautiful place, the beautiful center. So this was pre-COVID, and the idea was to set up some kind of a festival. Initially, it was thought to be a literature festival, which is what his passion was for. But when we saw Dr. Maria's center, we realized that one of the things we needed to do really was do something that brings together the mind, the body, and the soul. And what better place to do it than in this beautiful vista? We're staying in Dr. Singh's beach bungalow, which many of you have known. We saw the dolphins come out this morning, and it really connected you to nature, to the world, to the earth. And you realize that this is something that we all collectively need to work towards. That association between the mind, the gut, and the heart, and being able to cure and heal ourselves. Yes, of course, there's medical science, which is fantastic for all the research that it does. But we also need to understand that we can heal ourselves. And I think this center, Welcome Home here in Spring Hill, is really a great inspiration to this part of the world. So to Dr. Maria and Dr. Singh, thank you both so much for insisting on creating this wonderful occasion. We hope to be back year on year. This is really year zero, the beginning, sort of dipping our feet in the water to understand how things work in your neck of the woods, bringing interesting people from across the world so that you can discover new ideas, new thoughts, new ways of life, and most importantly, a way to be able to push back against the hatred which is so self-consuming and which has taken over all our lives in the present days. So thank you all. I'm going to ask Dr. Singh to come and say a few words. And again, on behalf of all my colleagues, Suraj and all his colleagues at Teamwork, a big thank you to the Lead Center, to Welcome Home, Dr. Singh, Dr. Maria, and their teams. Dr. Singh.
Hello, everyone. Um, this today is a beautiful day in a beautiful setting, and I thank you all for being here. And I'm extremely grateful to all of you, all the people who have helped conceive it, design it, execute it. Above all, Dr. Maria, those who have worked with her know how precious her dream, her vision is to bring healing across our communities, our globe, our societies. And it is her passion that really created the center called Welcome Home. And if you want to know who she is, then you just have to go and look at the place, and that is her spirit in concrete, pun intended. That vision, one may call it idealism, but it is also probably the most practical thing for us to do to get better, to be strong, to heal ourselves, and in the process of healing ourselves also heal others, because we are connected in far deeper ways than we realize. And that connection to each other, to nature, to earth, to the universe is something we should never forget. And this is, I think all of us know that somewhere deep down intuitively. So all this is to bring some joy, creativity, what in Sanskrit we called ananda, the bliss, the ecstasy of living, of being. That is the secret that ancient forefathers found for us, and we need to rediscover it every day of our life, every moment if possible. I'm extremely grateful to Sanjoy, his team, Suraj, and I absolutely love what they do because their focus is on beauty, is on bringing a setting that gives you an experience, makes you feel good, that creativity, that art, that openness of a platform where we can talk to each other. Whether we agree or disagree, that's a different matter, but we should be able to always have a discourse. We should always have that respect that we can listen to each other. And we can disagree vehemently, passionately, but despite all the disagreement, realize that we have a deeper connection and bring that disagreement to a creative dissension. So this evening is dedicated to Maria. I'm very fortunate to have known her all these years, and to her dream and her ideal. And I'm very fortunate to have all of you around here to celebrate with me and with all of us. We have a special guest here today, Dr. Sandeep Bajaj, who is a physician, cardiologist, extremely well-known figure in the healthcare space in Orlando. We are working together. I learn from him every day, and he has a deeper connect. We did not realize that we had a connect. He studied in Jipmer, Pondicherry. He did his schooling there, and I did a few months in Jipmer, Pondicherry in medicine. So we find we have a connection. And then he was connected to Sri Aurobindo Ashram there, which is a place of an approach to life that embraces all aspects of us, whether it's the physical, the mental, the emotional, the spiritual. So we found deep connects with each other, and then being part of the business, that kind of reinforces us. So Dr. Bajaj, I would like to come here and talk about healthcare, alternative, integral healing. Dr. Bajaj is really an innovator. The first health information exchange in the state was designed by him, which is a great breakthrough for the whole system, the whole technology. He has an amazing platform which brings together all the different data feeds, and then he's one of the biggest accountable care organizations in the state. Dr. Bajaj, it's a pleasure to have you among us.
Whatever people want to achieve, he blows it out of the park because he succeeds in everything he does. But most interestingly, as you know, this town is called Singtown. Somebody else just said that a little while ago. But besides that, the most amazing thing about him and his lovely wife is their spirit and their desire to explore and advance and do things beyond the spectrum and imagination of every other physician. So when we think about life and our journey of life and spirituality, the sense of well-being, your health, the most fundamental thing is how do we connect the mind, the soul, and the body? And is there a connection that is important and pertinent to just your regular health? So we talk about, and all our lives, our physicians have spent time in just studying the physical medicine and treating it. And that's where all our focus has been. But to stop and think, how does the mind and how does the soul interact with the human body? Is there a deeper connection that we know? And is it important to understand that not just for having a happy state of mind, mindfulness, to understand the surrounding and the world we live in, how to have joyfulness and peace in your heart, just to have a glow in your body at all the times. So everything around you is peaceful, beautiful, and you enjoy everything, everybody, with no angst or burden in your body. And that's just to have a happy state of mind. But does this happy state of mind actually impact your health? Does it prolong your health? Does it make you healthier and more blissful and free of disease? And can you, with a happy mind, be free of disease or not get disease? And if you get disease, deal with it better and possibly beat it. So, in my lifetime as a cardiologist, there's certain things that I learned over the years. The first was, does stress, as mental interventional cardiologist, and does stress affect your heart and cause heart attacks? So we all know that about 50% of heart attacks would come during periods of stress. I don't know if you know, but the time that the most number of heart attacks occur in the year is a time that you would think is a holiday time, that will be actually a better time. It's during Christmas holidays. Because stress during Christmas holidays, mental and emotional stress, causes more myocardial infarctions. Many years ago, I read a paper in which they took I'm going to go into medicine a little bit, but if we look at a way of judging how much decreased blood supply the heart has by what we call ST segment changes. So we took patients that had blocked arteries and made them walk on treadmills to see how much changes they had. We took the same number of patients and gave them mental stress. It was 3 times more. And only in this century we found out that there's a whole new syndrome. It's called Takotsubo's cardiomyopathy, in which you have the heart balloons in certain areas and in more areas than just one vessel. And that happens after a period of mental stress. So this complex human body, which is the most magnificent machine ever created, that can feel, perceive, think, do unimaginable things, is more controlled by the mind, and the body and the soul are more interconnected than we know or even understand. So many people do fragmented things like healthcare and take care of the disease. And then there are yoga centers and there are fitness centers. But I have not seen one person put everything together. That from the beginning to the end, your entire life is better controlled, is more joyful, and you're in a state of constant bliss. And while you're doing all these things, you're getting healthier, you're living longer, you're feeling better about yourself and people around you. So kudos to Dr. Singh and his beautiful wife for putting together such an amazing concept. And then I hope to be part of them and part of their lives, because ever since I've met them, my life has been more joyful. Thank you.
Now I would like to invite somebody really, really special. Founder of Wellcome Home Center, board certified physician, naturopathic medical doctor, and of course, someone who guided us, believed in us, and made this festival possible. One of my favorites, Dr. Maria Scunziano.
Namaste. Buonasera. It's lovely to see you all here this evening. I thank you all. I thank the universe for all that I have and that you have. And we are one. We are one. We will never be apart from one. The oneness is something that we must keep in mind. The mind that we've been given. The mind that is part of us as humans. That we cannot do bad things with our mind. We need to recognize that the mind is a gift that we need to use in the best way possible. And it has been my honor and pleasure and devotion to making the mind work its best as possible. Consciousness is where I go. Consciousness, in order to make things possible, in order to make people better. Healing is my goal. And I want people to know that you all have the power to heal within your heart, soul, spirit, body, your cells, all of it. We say all these things about body, soul, spirit, cells, and so on, mind. It's all energy. But we have to be able to communicate. So we use all these separate words. So we say the mind, we say our body, we say the parts of our body, the heart, the lungs, the brain. But it's really a manifestation of the universe. We are made from this universe, from the cosmos. And we are energy. We are energy from the cosmos, with all of these amazing things that are all going together, working together in an amazing orchestration to make us work, to make us run, to make us feel, to make us do everything we have to do in life. When the body, the mind, the spirit, any of these things that we mention that are all energy, when it is out of balance, when it is out of balance, then we become sick. Sickness takes over. And why? Because the mind that we've been given, which is a gift, has been corrupted. And when did that corruption start? Many, many years ago. We can bring that mind back to balance and to a greater awareness and understanding when we're guided with good intention. It is my intention to help whomever I can, to help as many people as I can, to understand that their energy fields, that which they're within, can be healed by straightening out the mind that has been corrupted. We use at our center various means to help balance our bodies, balance your bodies. And I love, the fact that I have all these wonderful people who work with me, my own team, who recognize that all of these elements that we have work together. They work together. And there are so many different energies that each of these modalities carry to rebalance the energies that have been imbalanced. For whatever reason, the stresses of life, the many stresses of life. And it's usually people who stress people. The biggest stresses that we have, unfortunately, are each other. Why do we stress each other? If anybody can answer that question, please give me the answer. It is just not the way it should be. So we need to explore all of these modalities. I invite you to come to see what we do at our center, which has a beauty to it. And we incorporate as much as we can, whether it be hands-on, energy work, infusions of nutrition, nutritional classes, massage therapy, frequencies, sound therapy, yoga, tai chi, crystals, magnificent items and articles that are around us. We bring them together to make your life more balanced, to help people recognize that they have been in an imbalanced state for so long. Right now, the imbalances are seemingly endless in our world. And at our center, we are here to create a rebalance. We want to bring you back to balance. And we've done that for many people who have come for these services. And I thank all of my team, my staff, who have worked very hard to make all of that work seamlessly. It's been a wonderful 4 or 5 years now that I've been blessed with the Om Center, and we plan on going further and evolving as time moves on. We will evolve, do more, and integrate more into our center as we possibly can. We look forward to having a place that everyone can come and have nutritious meals. I'm working on it because it's my passion is nutrition, and it's a place where I think I could have at least that aspect brought out further. Anybody who's come to see me knows how much I feel about their health and wellness. That I've always had in my heart. I've always wanted to combine the world of conventional allopathic medicine with the world of natural alternative medicine, as we call it. But it's the traditional medicine. It's that oldest medicine. It's the oldest form of healing, I should say. The energy healing. And that's what it is. It's energy healing that we do, whether it's through an instrument that we use beyond our bodies, or it is our own bodies. If I put my hands on you, I am the instrument to help you get to your healing moment. That's what it's about. To have you recognize you can heal. You don't need a lot of that which comes into your arena, into your life with drugs, the pharmaceuticals. You don't need to have that. It's not that we're deficient in these drugs. I like to take people off of these drugs. I like to take people away from these things which can harm them. These are actually substances that can harm, if not kill. When we work with alternative natural medicine or natural healing elements, there really is no harming. It's a very gentle, loving approach to healing. And that I would love all of my colleagues here and afar would take up and incorporate into their repertoire to help people get better. Because drugs are really not the answer. And I found that out doing my research and through all my experiences. It's really important that we move beyond the drug and know that it's not really where we need to go. We've gotten so caught up in that world. When people come to the center, it's a different world for them. I hear it repeatedly. There's a healing feel, there's a healing touch. There's something here that I don't feel when I go into another place, another office. And that touches me. And I know that what we've done and put together, and that whatever that land is, it seems to have something there, something special there. It's been called a vortex for healing. And the people who come, they'll remind me that it is. There's something there. So it gladdens my heart to know that, and I want to continue that. And we want to bring art and music and performances and more people who want to bring more healing to our community. What you, Sanjoy, Suraj, Teamworks have done, I'm going to see the fruits of your labor and the labor of the whole team and my team at OM. And I'd like to say that there's one person that I'd like to give an MVP award to, and that is Corey O'Connors. I don't know where he is. But because he is what he is doing, and he does it without fail. Corey has been the backbone of everything that has been going on to prepare for this magnificent weekend. There he is. There's the man. I admire. I can't say thank you enough to the work, the sweat. He sweats, he bleeds. He's come to me with blood and dirt and everything on his face and in his mouth. He's eating dirt. He doesn't eat anything else. He hasn't. And his wife has been tortured with him all having to work so much, and he's never home. So to Scoop, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know it's my fault that your husband has been taken from you. But I can't thank him enough. And he is one of many. I can't say enough about everyone who has participated, everyone from the beginning. From the beginning. Corey had come to help make some reparations at OM that were not done so well by the people who initially helped me put it together. He came and he fixed, and he continues to fix every day. There's always something. There's always something that he needs to be busy with and do. But we have a wonderful, wonderful team. And all of you, I think most of you, know the center. And if you don't, please come. Please come and see what we have to offer. If you need help, I will help you as best I can. In this day and age of strange conditions, I'm not going to mention I'm not going to mention it. But you know what I'm talking about. I will help you with the natural healing. And I'm not afraid of that at all. Fear is not to be taking over our lives. We are not to be held captive. We are not to be held in fear of our lives or of anything. We must strengthen our immune systems to the best we can. And the sun, which is shining light on this beautiful moon tonight, the sun is our friend, our healer. It is amazing, and we need to respect and take our sun every day, and that is the key to your healing, the sunlight. Please do not forget that. Please do not forget that. So I could speak for another several hours about all that I do and all that we have done and so on. But I have to come to a closing here because you're all going to get tired of hearing me. I know. I want to thank every person in this whole area and who are not here, those who could not make it. There are many people who would have loved to have come tonight, but I thank every one of you. The wonderful crew who has done all this technical work and filming and so on. I'd like to thank you all. My son being one of them. Thank you, Sean. I love you. And I can't say enough about, again, the whole teamwork, the Elite Center for helping and sponsor this whole event. It's been, so far so good. We're looking forward to the next few days of tremendous collaboration of our friends from afar, bringing them here with our local talent. We have absolutely wonderfully talented people who will be putting on their creative art the next couple of days. We look forward to this. This is what brings people to a healing place. The arts, the literature, the creativity in every form, the healing hands of those of us who are specializing in that area. The sound, the frequencies. We have beautiful sounds that just fill our bodies, everything. The energy that comes into us from these things is healing. So let us recognize that this is where we need to be most of the time. In the right mind, the uncorrupted mind. Balance. Balance through breath. Balance through proper nutrition. Balance through exercise. Exercise that must happen every day. Proper sleep. Proper engagement with our friends and family, loved ones. This is where the balance comes. And when it becomes imbalanced, that's where disease and illness come. I want to thank my husband, the man in my life, for helping me come to this. He has done tremendous work, and I have, I only have wonderful words for him. He's gifted, he's talented, he changed my life. And he allowed me to enter others' lives, those who his family. And I've been blessed with his family to help me. They've been very supportive, and I can't say enough about that. And I do want to not forget Mom and Dad, who are both in spirit here with me and you. It is my mom who is my greatest inspiration, and I thank her every day for giving me life and the strength to do all of this. And I will carry on for as long as I can with her memory. And my dad, who happens to be, he was a singer, he was an opera singer, and it is his genes that have come into one of my children, who will grace you all with a voice that she's found. She is going to be the next opera singer, and you will hear her if you come tomorrow, 5 o'clock hour. Many people are asking me what time. She's going to wow you with her voice. And I'm proud of her. My husband and I are very proud of her. And I'm proud of all of my children, my wonderful Sean, Nathan, and Lenora. They'll all be here. They'll all be with us. And I just wanted to say those very special people in my life who I've been given as gifts. they're all the inspiration all together that make me do what I do. Thank you. Thank you all very much. Please enjoy the rest of the evening and do join us tomorrow and Sunday for the remainder of this spectacular event. Thank you.
I just wanted you all to raise a toast to Dr. Singh and Dr. Maria. And the toast is, as Dr. Bajaj and Dr. Singh and Dr. Maria talked about stress. And the one way to push aside stress or move stress is to use the arts. They believe in the arts, not just as a give back, but really as an investment into the future. Dr. Maria, Dr. Singh, thank you so much. And to all your colleagues at the Elite Center, and welcome home. Thank you. And of course, to the Priyadarshini Ensemble, thank you all for coming out from New York to perform this evening.
Thank you. This is Max ZT on the hammered dulcimer, Moto Fukushima on the bass, Sunny Jain on the drum set, Dave Egger on the cello. I'm very, very excited to be here playing music with these geniuses. Each one of them has done such incredible work in their own fields, and I urge you to go check them out, check out their music. They're all virtuosic in what they do, so I feel very held and very, very excited to be here. Thank you. We're going to be playing you music from an album that actually Dave, Max, and I wrote together a couple of years ago. And this album was recorded live on one microphone in this beautiful space in Brooklyn. And the nature of the recording involved us to improvise And as I was listening to the speeches today, it was really beautiful to listen to what they were saying, the idea of being in the moment. And improvisation calls for exactly that, to drop your entire egos, to drop your walls, and to function from this present space. But it can't happen without interaction with what is around us. So everything you hear tonight, I'm very just, I want you to know that you are part of this, that you are part of the music that's being made tonight. So thank you so much for bringing your energy to what we're going to be playing. That last song you heard was Jahan. And the next song we're going to play for you is a song called Home. I moved here from India in 2013. And once I moved here, it was like discovering a whole new world. I moved here for music. To be in the heart of the city of New York was an incredible experience, just meeting people from different cultures, and just making a new home is always exciting. But also, as I started to settle in and make a new home, my home back in India started to disappear a little and little every day. I started to question where I'm from, who I am, what my identity is. And in the process of writing this song, I realized that home is really just inside of me. So no matter where I go, I'll always have that. Once again, I find myself so much farther than I may have wanted to go. Here I found dreams that I never knew that I could have, all that I could be. I am here, do you see me? Will I always be on the periphery? No matter where I go, am I alone? Ooh, am I alone? So far away from home. 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 Monsoon tries, heartbroken nights, color-coded memories filtered with gray. Familiar scent of a memory from a time I can't seem to recognize. Maybe I'm just a traveler in search of what I already have. This next song is called Loneliest Star. And I wrote it for a star called CX330 that apparently sits at the edge of our galaxy. It's a very young star, shining so brightly, but there's no other celestial object around it for light years. And something about this star that's shining so brightly, all by itself for no one to see, really captured my heart. So this is Loneliest Star for all of us. Loneliest star, shining so brightly for no one to see. Loneliest star, loneliest star, what keeps you going day after day, day after day? Loneliest star, tell me your secret. You shouldn't keep it. Loneliest star. loneliest star, shining so brightly for no one to see. Loneliest star, loneliest star, tell me your secret. You shouldn't keep it. Loneliest star. We're gonna experiment a little bit here. I want to sing a song written by Mirza Ghalib, and the song is called Hazaro Khwahish Aisi. Ghalib imagines his lover as his killer, and over the theme of the poem thinks about thousands of desires, each worth dying for, and many of them haven't been realized. Yeah, so this song is called Hazaro Khwahish Aisi. के हर ख्वाहिश पे दम निकले हजारों ख्वाहिशें ऐसी कि हर ख्वाहिश पे दम देख कर जीते हैं जिसका फिर पे दम निकले हजारों ख्वाहिशें ऐसी कि हर ख्वाहिश पे दम a solitude of space, a solitude of sea, a solitude of death. But these societies shall be compared with that profounder sight, that polar privacy, a soul admitted to itself, finite, infinity. This next song is called Hamza, and it's in a 7,000-year-old Nubian language. And it's a tribute to Hamza el-Din, the great oud player. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for having us. This is Mac ZT on the hammer dulcimer, Moto Fukushima on the bass, Sunny Jan on the drum set, Dave Egger on the cello. I'm Priyadarshini. I wanted to thank a few people and make sure that I let you know just how grateful we are to be here. It's such a beautiful evening. It's a really beautiful evening. We have one last song for you, and it's called Savare. குறைவொன்றும் இல்லை மறைமூர்த்தி கண்ணா குறைவொன்றும் இல்லை கண்ணா குறைவொன்றும் இல்லை கோவிந்தா குறைவொன்றும் இல்லை மறைமூர்த்தி கண்ணா குறைவொன்றும் இல்லை கண்ணா குறைவொன்றும் இல்லை கோவிந்தா கண்ணுக்கு தெரியாமல் நிற்கின்றாய் கண்ணா கண்ணுக்கு தெரியாமல் நின்றாலும் எனக்கு குறைவொன்றும் இல்லை மறைமூர்த்தி கண்ணா வேண்டியதை தந்திட வெங்கடேசன் என்றிருக்க வேண்டியது வேறில்லை மறைமூர்த்தி கண்ணா மணிவண்ணா மலையப்பா கோவிந்தா கோவிந்தா Thank you so much, everyone.